Rivalries are the lifeblood of combat sports. They're what keep fans glued to their screens, what fuel debates, and what turn ordinary fights into legendary moments. And in the UFC, there's one rivalry that has captured the imagination of fans around the world: Charles do Bronx Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. This isn't just about a belt. It's about pride. It's about redemption. It's about proving who truly reigns supreme in the lightweight division. On one side, we have Charles Oliveira, the Brazilian warrior who rose from the favelas of São Paulo to become one of the most dangerous submission artists in MMA history. On the other side, there's Islam Makhachev, the Dagestani phenom who has taken the lightweight division by storm, carrying the legacy of Khabib Nurmagomedov on his shoulders. Their first clash at UFC 280 left fans with more questions than answers. And now Oliveira is back with a fiery challenge. Islam Makhachev, let's settle this in the cage. But how did we get here? What's at stake in this heated rivalry? And why does Charles Oliveira believe he can rewrite history? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most anticipated rematches in UFC history. Let's start with Charles Oliveira, the man they call Do Bronx. His story is nothing short of inspirational. Born and raised in one of Brazil's poorest neighborhoods, Oliveira faced struggles that most of us can't even imagine. As a child, he was diagnosed with a life-threatening condition that doctors said would prevent him from walking again, let alone fighting. But Charles didn't just walk. He ran straight into greatness. Oliveira's journey in the UFC wasn't easy. He suffered setbacks, losses that had fans questioning if he'd ever reach the top. But every time he fell, he got back up stronger. And when he finally hit his stride, he became an unstoppable force. With every fight, Oliveira rewrote the record books, most submissions in UFC history, victories over some of the biggest names in the lightweight division, and a championship belt that symbolized years of hard work and resilience. On the other side of this rivalry stands Islam Makhachev, a fighter molded by Dagestan's rugged mountains and Khabib Nurmagomedov's legendary mentorship. From day one, Makhachev was destined for greatness. With an elite wrestling pedigree and a relentless work ethic, he quickly became one of the most feared fighters in the lightweight division. But for years, Makhachev lived in Khabib's shadow. Critics called him Khabib 2.0, but Islam was determined to carve out his own legacy. And when he finally got his shot at gold against Charles Oliveira at UFC 280, he didn't just win, he made a statement. October 22nd, 2022. Abu Dhabi's hopes on his shoulders. In round two, it happened. Makhachev executed a flawless arm triangle choke that forced Oliveira to tap, a shocking moment that left fans stunned. But here's where things get interesting. Team Oliveira didn't stay silent after that fight. Oliveira said it himself. "I wasn't myself that night." Was it an off night for Charles? Or was Islam simply unstoppable? After losing his belt, many thought Charles Oliveira was done. But they couldn't have been more wrong. In 2023, he returned with a vengeance. First came Beneil Dariush, a fighter many believed would be next in line for a title shot. But against Oliveira, Dariush didn't even make it out of round one. And then there was Justin Gaethje, a man known for breaking opponents with his relentless pressure. But against Charles, it was another reminder why they call him the Submission King. But while Oliveira was tearing through contenders, Islam Makhachev seemed focused on other challenges, like super fights with Alexander Volkanovski and potential matchups outside the lightweight division. The fans weren't happy, and neither was Charles. Oliveira said it loud and clear, "Islam knows I'm coming for him." This isn't just about gold anymore. It's about legacy and pride. Charles Oliveira has proven time and time again that he thrives under pressure. Most submissions in UFC history, victories over legends like Dustin Poirier and Tony Ferguson. He wants redemption. And then there's Islam Makhachev, the Dagestani phenom carrying Khabib's torch. Dominant wrestling, elite grappling. He wants to solidify his reign as champion. The question now is simple. Will this rematch happen? Dana White has hinted at it. Fans are demanding it, and both fighters seem ready for war. But until we get official confirmation, the tension continues to build. So here we are, two warriors on a collision course for greatness once again. Will Charles do Bronx get his redemption? Or will Islam cement his legacy as one of the greatest lightweights ever? What do you think? Is this rematch inevitable? Or is someone dodging destiny? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if you're hyped for this fight, and hit that subscribe button for all things MMA.